everybody, and welcome back to the world of Fandom Fights. I'm your host, the King, Kaleb Koho, and we have ourselves a Team Number 1 Contenders match. And here to help me call said match is the former Fandom Fight singles and team champion, Robert the Hobbit Parker. How you doing, Robert?
I'm doing fantastic. How you doing, Kaleb Koho?
I'm doing great. I don't know if I'm legally allowed to call you a hobbit or a spider or what anymore, so I'll stick with the knob.
We don't know. There's NDAs signed, contracts have been initialed, but I don't even know either. I didn't read them. I just sent them over to Cody, my lawyer.
Okay. Gotcha. Cody the lawyer is probably mad right now watching this video.
I mean, Cody probably just forwarded him to the GOAT lawyer.
Yes, he did. Probably the GOAT lawyer. But what we got tonight is we've got the return of Team 80's to the Fandom Teams ring. Jeremy Adams and Sandy Robinson making their return up against one of the top rookie teams from last year, the last team to challenge for the title, Necronomicon, Jay Burnz and Mark Camire. It's going to be a big one. How do you feel as we get into this match?
It's interesting, right? Like Jay and Mark went on a hell of a run towards the very end of last season. They came up short, didn't have the best showing against me and Tim at King's Day, but we know that they are hungry. We've seen the run that we've made. They have big pulls, big moments, big wins. But Team 80's is definitely a mainstay, a veteran team, been around a lot longer, played a lot more matches, have more experience as a team. So it's interesting to see how these two are going to face off.
Absolutely, but I think that's enough from us. We'll go ahead and hear what our two teams have to say right now in promos.
All right, Sandy. Well, we're back. Team 80's is back in 2020 in Multiplex and Fandom, and it's an interesting time for us. We currently don't have a faction. We're still kind of making some decisions in terms of management in Multiplex, but you know, we were here before we had a faction. We were winning matches before then. And, you know, we're determined to win matches now. And when all that stuff gets settled and, you know, we found another home for ourselves, we're going to be back winning matches. It's what we do. We love, you know, playing in Fandom. I've had a lot of singles wins. You've had a lot of singles wins. We've had team wins. We're motivated. And, you know, after a bit of a break that we had, we want to get back and show these guys what we can do. How do you feel about tonight, Andy?
Well, you know what? I'm not going to lie. I mean, that last match in Fandom Teams that we had really shook me when it happened. So, you know, I'm you know, looking for redemption for us in this one. But, you know, you can't give anything up to our opponents. They're good. Yeah. Like, they're real good. But I mean, you know, we're veterans in this league. You know, we've been around the block. We know how to play with one another. We know what it takes to win. We've both won, titles in this league and others. So you know what? Let's just give it our best shot, and hopefully we come out on top.
And make sure that we count correctly this time and do everything we're supposed to do. And we can do this. Good luck to the other team. We love you guys, and we're huge fans, but you know, let's have a good match, and we're going to do what we can do to win. So let's do it.
So I got something I want to say before we get into the actual real nitty gritty of what we're taking care of tonight. I love Sandy and Jeremy. I think they're two of like the best people in the league. They're two of my closest friends. I love Sandy to death. I love Jeremy to death. They've both helped me become a better player. I have to destroy Sandy tonight. I'm still holding on to that grudge of our first solo Fandom match. I have come leaps and bounds from there to challenge for titles in two different spots. We have to be 80's tonight. I think we've got what it takes. I think we showed them last season. But Necronomicon is here. Mark, how are you feeling about tonight?
I'm feeling distraught, Jay. I feel distraught because I feel that Necronomicon was the team that made such a huge splash this past season, because we came out of nowhere and we just decimated time and time again. Yes, we came up. That's true. We came up short with that last bout. Admittedly, not our best showing, as mentioned earlier, but still, we showed what we can do. And I'm a little hurt that the rest of the world didn't see fit to grant us with the title of, you know what? That's the rookie team of the year. That's definitely them. Yes, we are. You all knew it. So we're here to rectify that by showing Team 80's that we are the future champions of this league. We are the future of the league. Necronomicon is here. We're here to destroy. as you very plainly stated, you need to destroy Sandy. I have no qualms with Sandy or you, Jeremy, but he's my partner in crime over here, and he says you must be destroyed. You must go down. And that is the way it's going to go today. Let us decimate.
Those were some words exchanged, Robert. One team gave nice words. The other one talked about decimation. What do you think?
Decimation is a word. It has a lot of syllables. We'll see if they can answer words with a lot of syllables here in the answers to the questions today.
Absolutely. We'll go ahead. We'll bring in our teams and get right into the match and how this works. Round number 1 works like this. You're each going to get 10 questions with 1 point apiece from 10 different areas within the Rumble Fandom Fight. You are answering individually for your team. Should you get a perfect round, to be issued a bonus question. You have 3 repeats as a team for the entirety of the match and a challenge rule. Any questions as to round number 1?
Good luck, guys.
Good luck, buddy.
All right, then we'll
Look,
get right into the first one, which comes in the category of Star Wars. Which film's opening crawl starts with "The First Order reigns"? I feel like this was planted by one Hulk.
This
In
does
reference to
seem like
one
a
faction.
Yeah. That is
I'm very
does.
sure that this was a plant by the Hulk, and I'm not sure I'm on board with it, but I don't disagree with it. Don't like it, but I respect it. 5.
You misquoted it.
And 1. Pens down. We're gonna start with Jay.
The Force Awakens.
That's incorrect. We'll go to Sandy.
Shit, that was exactly what I thought too. I said Force Awakens.
It's incorrect. We'll go to Mark.
Probably our other favorite day. I said Force Awakens.
And Jeremy.
The Last Jedi.
That is correct. There it is. 1 point to 80s as we move on to the second question.
All right, your second question's in the category of Bond. What was Pierce Brosnan's second film as Bond?
I'm waiting for the day that we can finally take this out. I'm getting a little tired of Bond. Not gonna lie.
Getting a little bit antsy? Antsy to get
Little
rid of it?
I'm antsy to get rid of it, but the people want it. People have spoken. Bond is here for the season, and I am disappointed. 5,
Shame.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Jeremy this time.
Tomorrow never dies.
That is correct. We will go to Mark.
Tomorrow never dies. Is that how it goes?
Correct. And Sandy.
I'm just happy I got it. Tomorrow never dies.
Correct. And Jay for the clean sweep.
No, I was thinking about the 64 game GoldenEye.
All right. It is
One of the best
3-1.
games ever.
3-1 80s as we get to the third question in the category of Disney animation. What was the first Disney animated sequel to be released theatrically?
Well, this is a question.
This is a question, a spicy one, if you will.
This is a number 1 contender question.
I
That's what this is.
I enjoy this category, and I don't think it'll ever go away.
Probably not, especially after the release of Disney Plus.
5, true, 4, 3,
Whenever that happens.
2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Jay.
The Rescuers Down Under.
That is correct. We'll go to Sandy.
The Rescuers Down Under.
Correct. We'll go to Mark.
Rescuers Down Under.
And Jeremy for the clean sweep.
The Rescuers Down.
Nice
All
job,
right.
guys.
I have 3 as we get to the fourth question.
All right, your next one's in the category of quotes. What comic book villain says, "I used to think that my life was a tragedy. Now I realize it's a comedy"? Oh.
Oh. Would you consider yourself a comic book villain?
No, I would not.
Are you an anti-hero?
There it is. That's where I was going.
Real clever. That one's unique.
I was going there. 3. Damn you, Jay. 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Jeremy.
And then he does something really awful. Joker.
That is correct. We're going to Mark.
Joker with a sad clown face.
Correct. Sandy.
The Joker.
Correct. And Jay.
I just tried to make you laugh, Murray. The Joker.
Correct. All right. 7-5. It's close as we get to question number 5 in the category of scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for Batman Returns?
This is not the number 1 contender question.
This movie does feature an anti-hero, though, correct?
Yes, it does. This one does.
Doesn't the other one?
You know, it's arguable.
It's challengeable, one would say.
It is challengeable.
One.
And I won that challenge.
Pens down, we're gonna start with 80s.
Who?
Sorry,
Both?
Jeremy. Jeremy.
Denny.
Sorry. That's correct. I just saw the 80s on the board and just blanked.
Gotcha.
Mark.
Well, we might as well just all show him. It's Denny Elfman.
Correct. Sandy.
Danny Elfman.
Correct, NJ. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. 9-7.
Alright, your next one's in the category of Jurassic Park. In Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, what kind of dinosaur attacks Franklin and Claire through an access tunnel as lava begins to pour on the island? Woof.
That's a lot of words.
See, we're talking about categories that need to leave fandom.
This is one
Bond
of-
at least has like 27 movies.
Sure.
This one does not.
This one has almost 6. Can we count Battle of Big Rock?
No.
That gives me 6, right? If I throw in the short film. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Jay.
I don't know, man. Raptor?
As incorrect, we'll go to Sandy.
Yeah, I had blank Raptor because I know it's something else before that.
Incorrect, we'll go to Mark.
Let this franchise go extinct. T-Rex?
It's incorrect, and Jeremy.
Nah, and T-Rex.
All right, no perfect rounds. Robert, can you pronounce
I
that?
dare you.
I can't pronounce that answer. It's
A baryonyx.
a baryonyx. A baryonyx.
Whatever that one
Okay.
is.
Whatever that is. All right. Your next question is in the category of Worlds of DC. In Batman v Superman, Barry appears in a vision to Bruce, saying that Lois is what?
Now we're talking.
Listen, I don't hate Batman v Superman. I'm not gonna lie.
Good man.
It's not that bad.
The
It's
ultimate
okay.
edition.
It's no Man of Steel.
Ooh, we'll go to war over that one all day.
I'm with Robert.
Bye.
Robert.
I know. I said
Go to
I
war,
don't like Man of Steel.
I hate Man of Steel. 1. Pens down. We will start with Jeremy.
Dead?
That is incorrect. We'll go to Mark.
She's the key.
That is correct. We will go to Sandy.
She's the key.
That is correct. And Jay.
She's always been the key.
That is correct. Complete with Ezra Miller's whiny voice.
All right, your next one is in the category of Marvel. In Dark Phoenix, who goes to Eric for help to take down Jean?
I also don't think this movie was as bad as everyone made it out to be.
I enjoyed this movie.
It's
Actually,
okay.
Even on rewatch, I liked him more than in the theater.
Like, I'm never gonna go back to this one, but I wouldn't say it's like the worst
I
thing.
think you
to
should.
ever- Should I? Do you think I should?
Yeah.
4. Maybe I will.
I think the
3.
performances in this movie are real good,
2.
except for
1.
I like
Pens
it too.
down. We're gonna start with Jay. Jay.
I don't know, man. Mystique?
It's incorrect. Go to Sandy.
Hank McCoy, aka Beast.
Correct for a point. We'll go to Mark.
I also said Mystique.
And Jeremy.
No, had Professor X.
All right, Sandy's the only one to hit it. Makes it 11-9 for 80s. As we get into your penultimate question of the round in the category of Middle Earth. In which Middle Earth films does John Rhys Davies play 2 characters?
I'm sorry if they name more than one film.
yes.
Yes. We're looking for multiple films. The multiple films that he plays 2 characters. This is a great character actor, I'm not gonna lie. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Mhm.
He's Sala, I believe, right? I'm not wrong on that.
No, you got it.
Okay,
I just
cool.
wanted to see how long you just
5.
struggle there.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Jeremy.
2 Towers and Return of the King?
That is correct. We'll go to Mark.
Nice.
The Two Towers and the Return of the King.
Correct. We'll go to Sandy.
Oh, I'm so bad. I said the Fellowship and Battle of the 5 something or others.
NJ.
2 Towers, Return of the King.
Correct. All right. 12-11. 80s lead as we go to the last question of the round.
All
I think I
right,
did
1 point game. 1 point game as we go into your final question. This is in the category of MCU. These are movies that are in the MCU outside normal Marvel. And your question. In Captain Marvel, what Infinity Stone makes an appearance?
Just let's change the formula while we come back.
Got him!
Got him! Listen here, you can't just leave and then come back and change the entire formula that you left with. Come on now.
Sorry, it's no PCEU joke, but I'll
It's no
take it.
CEU. That's a classic, though.
That's a good one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Jay.
I don't know, man. The Mind Stone.
That is incorrect. We'll go to Sandy.
I said the Soul Stone.
That is incorrect. We'll go to Mark.
The Tesseract Space Stone.
That is correct. And Jeremy.
Yeah, I said Power Stone.
All
Tie
right.
game.
There we
That
go.
Mark ties us up 12-12.
Tie game.
Tie game.
Oh, baby.
Tie game is getting to round number 2, which works like this. This is the wheel round. We are going to bring up a lovely wheel from wheelside.com. If you like the categories land on, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. You can opt multiple choice, but devalues the point down to being only worth 1. You all still have 3 repeats for the entirety of the match, and your challenge is left. All right, so we have the wheel. Your categories on the wheel tonight are Star Trek, Oscars, MCU, Pixar, quotes, Middle-earth, Disney live action, Rocky, and Spinners, and opponent's choice. Because we are tied Necronomicon, you are the higher-ranked team. Would you like to go first or defer to 80s?
How you feeling this one, Jay?
Ooh, I say let's go.
Okay.
All
spin.
right. All right, so Necronomicon, you're
yeah.
going to spin. Your spin is away. And it lands on the category of quotes. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
How you feeling? I mean, I can get deep.
Yeah, I know that's the problem. Like, I think I'm okay. If we did it again, I think it'd be all right. But let's try and spin it one more time.
All right.
Unless you want to stick with it. Unless you want to stick with it.
No, we'll test for you.
Okay.
All right, so your second spin is away, and it lands on the category of Oscars.
Okay.
All right, I'll go ahead and I will proctor to you your questions in the realm of fandom Oscars. And your first question: how many Pixar films have been nominated for Best Original Screenplay?
I think I know it, but let's go multiple choice.
Okay.
All right, your multiple choice options are A2, B4, C6, or D8.
What was your guess?
Oh, 6 was my guess.
Can you name? It's more than 2, right?
It's got to be more than
And you
2.
answered 5.
I can go 6 if you want to.
I say 6. Final answer.
That is incorrect. 80's the chance for the 1 point steal.
I think it's 4. Same.
I think it's 4 too.
4 final answer.
That is also incorrect. Looking for
Ooh,
8.
8.
Wow,
Damn.
All right.
That's a lot of movies.
It's a lot of movies. All right. Necronomicon, your second question in Fandom Oscars. How many Oscars did Black Panther win?
3.
You sure they won 3? I know they won costume.
They won. It's 3.
You're sure?
Yeah.
3 final answer.
That's correct for 2 points.
Good job, man.
Your third question in Oscars. What was the first Star Wars film to not be nominated for an Oscar?
Was it Phantom Menace? Like any Oscar? Yeah, no. Well, no, it probably got score, right? It probably got nominated for score.
It got nominated for score for Duel of the Fates.
Right. So then maybe Attack or Sith.
5.
I say we go multiple.
Multiple choice.
Yep.
All right, your options are A, The Phantom Menace, B, Solo, C, Attack of the Clones, or D, The Clone Wars.
Well, it's probably Clone Wars, right?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Clone Wars, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Yeah.
Phantom Menace not nominated for a score. All right, your fourth question in Oscars.
What a
The Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King won the Oscar for Best Original Song. What is the name of that song?
Is that the Annie Lennox song?
I think so.
That's called Into the West. So, does that sound familiar?
I'm gonna trust you on this one.
Into the West, final answer.
Correct for 2 points. And your last question in Oscars. A History of Violence was nominated for Best Supporting Actor and what other Oscar?
I don't know why William Hurt got nominated for 5 minutes of screen time, but it's fine. Was it an adapted screenplay?
I'm not 100%.
Because it wasn't film. Let's do multiple choice, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Your multiple choice options are A, Best Adapted Screenplay, B, Best Original Score, C, Best Cinematography, or D, Best Sound Editing.
I think it might actually be sound editing.
What do you feel more confident on, that one or out of all of them?
That's the one that I feel the most confident about.
5.
All right, sound editing, final answer.
That is incorrect. 80's the chance for the 1 point steal.
I think it is
adapted.
I think it is adapted screenplay. Yeah.
That's adapted
Alright,
screenplay.
final answer.
That is correct for the 1 point steal. All right, so after Necronomicon's turn, they get themselves up to 17, but with that steal, 80's is at 13 as we bring back the wheel. Oscars is off the table, 80's as your spin is away, and it lands on the category of Middle Earth. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I want to spin again. There's at
All
least 5 categories on here that I'm better at than Middle Earth. So,
Okay, I'm gonna defer to you on this.
all right, we'll spin again.
All right, and you are stuck with whatever you land on this time, and you land on the category of Oscars, which is a free respin. And the category you land on is Star Trek. Star Trek. All right, Robert, you want to give them the questions in the category of Star Trek?
Think it through.
Absolutely. Okay. Your questions in the category of Star Trek. Oh, way over here. Okay. What member of the crew of the Enterprise is rescued by Jayla in Star Trek Beyond?
I'm 100% sure that it's Chekhov.
Final answer.
That is incorrect.
That's
Chance for a
incorrect.
2 point steal.
It's got to be
It's-
Montgomery Scott.
It's Scotty. It's Scotty, right?
Oh, that's what I thought.
Scotty, final answer.
That is correct for a 2 point steal.
Yep, shit.
All right, we'll just take our time.
Yeah.
All right, your next question. When being tested at the start of the voyage home, what question does Spock not know the answer to?
Oh, I'm gonna ask for a repeat. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Can I hear the question again, please?
And that is your first repeat of the match.
When being tested at the start of the voyage home, what question does Spock not know the answer to?
How do you feel? Final answer.
That is correct for 2
2
points.
points.
Needed those ones after the steal.
Yeah.
Next question. What Star Trek actor has a story credit on Star Trek Nemesis?
This would be more you than me.
Yeah, I mean, I have a knee-jerk guess, but I'm not 100% sure on it. Let's go to multiple.
Let's go to multiple then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Multiple choice.
your multiple choice options are A. Leonard Nimoy, B. Patrick Stewart, C. Jonathan Frakes, or D. Brent Spiner.
Were you thinking of Brent Spiner?
I was thinking Frakes, but I'm between that and Spiner. Which one do you...
I'm gonna lean because Frakes did the first couple of next gen ones.
But he directed the previous couple, and he didn't direct this one. He may have still been on as a story writer.
5.
I'm gonna make you do it, man.
2.
Brent Spiner, final answer.
That is correct.
That is correct for 1 point.
Ooh, good pull.
Last minute decision there. Paid off. 2 more questions. Who plays Admiral Richard Barnett in Star Trek 09?
that is that not Tyler Perry? Is he an admiral?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, like I think that's who it is.
I don't know if he was an admiral. I know he's in a leader.
He
All
was.
right, Tyler Perry. Final answer.
That's correct for 2 points.
Another big 2 points for 80s.
And your final question: what year did Captain Kirk go missing in Star Trek Generations?
Oh my God! Seriously, son of a monkey.
That's a deep one. Let's go multiple.
Holy shit! Multiple choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, your options are A, 2371, B, 2489, C, 2293, or D, 2147.
Does anything jog your memory?
Yeah, because next gen is in the 24th century, so that means they're in the 2300s.
So it's A, right?
So it's the. Hold on, I'm just trying to think here again.
Can we get a repeat on the options?
Yep.
Yeah.
Your options are A, 2371, B, 2489, C, 2293, or D, 2147.
It's A, right? That was my first thought too.
That's what I would go with. A final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1 point steal.
Robert, I know you just repeated them, but
No, I got you. Yeah, your options again are A, 2371, B, 2489, C, 2293, or D, 2147.
I was thinking 2293, but you tell me, man. You've probably seen it more.
I was thinking that or let's
that's C.
Let's go with that. I think it's either that or let's go with that.
C. Final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
It's correct for a 1 point steal.
I got completely screwed
You're
up
on
on
the
which
right
one
track.
you thought that it was. I knew that it was C, the 2200s.
It was the
I know.
23rd century. You were
23rd
right.
century.
You're on the
I
right
know.
track.
Yep.
All right. So at the end of round number 2, Necronomicon maintains a slight lead, 20-18 over 80s. But I think it happens to get into round number 3, which works like this. We are going to get into the affectionately beloved betting round. We're going to give you the category. You're going to tell us which member of your team is taking the question and how many points you'd like to bet between 0 and 2 points. If you get the question right, you will gain those points. If you get the question wrong, you will lose those points. We go through the 5 questions that we have, unless someone is mathematically eliminated. Before that, y'all know the rules. So we'll get right into the first category, which is Pixar. Who will be taking it and how many points you want to bet?
I'll take it.
Yeah. And me.
All right, so we got bets in 3, 2, 1. All right, we'll start with Jay. How many points you want to bet?
0.
All right, and Jeremy.
1.
All right, your question in Pixar. In Monsters, Inc., what is the name of the monster that has the 2319 called on him on the scare floor? I believe this is one Hulk's favorite film, if I'm not mistaken.
Sounds about right.
Namesake of Team 2319.
Really?
I believe so. Unless, actually, you know what? I think 2319 is named after the great film Welcome to Mooseport.
Mooseport, yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Jay for stats.
Sorry, you're super laggy for me.
Oh, sorry. Anything for stats, Jay? No?
Jay.
I think Jay's the one lagging.
Yeah,
Eduardo?
That is incorrect, Jeremy.
I didn't remember the name of that character. I just said Randall.
Incorrect, looking for George. All right, so Sandy and Mark have to take the next one. What is their category, Robert?
Your category is Middle Earth for Sandy and Mark. How much would you like to bet in Middle Earth?
20-17. That is 3 years ago now, Robert. This is pretty crazy.
Ooh, I didn't need that blast.
I gave you that blast, though. I'm gonna call you out like that.
Oof.
We'll go ahead and we'll get bets in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Starting with Sandy on this one.
0.
All right, and Mark.
1 point.
All right, hit him with their question, Robert.
All right, your question in the category Middle Earth. How many Middle Earth films has Andy Serkis played Gollum? And Mark bet 1 and Sandy bet 0, correct?
Correct. This is a tight game so far.
This is a very close game, only a 3-point game.
Only
Could be a
3-point
big
game and
point.
3 questions left to go. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Sandy for stats.
I said 4.
That is correct. And Mark?
Oh, wow.
4.
That is correct for a point. 21 to 17. As we get to the third question, you can now redistribute your players. The category is Star Trek. Who will be taking Star Trek and how many points you want to bet? All right, so who is taking it for Necronomicon for Star Trek?
Star Trek, I'll take it.
Okay. Did you write down your bet already? I'll give you a chance to write it down real quick.
No, I didn't.
All right, I'll give you a chance to write it down real quick.
All right, I'm good.
All right, we'll start with Jay. How many points are you betting?
0.
All right, and Sandy?
2.
All right, this is a big one. Your question in the category is Star Trek. In First Contact, Lily convinces Picard to change his mind about staying on the Enterprise by comparing him to a character from what book?
Haha!
Sandy
Thought you
looking
wanted-
confident
thought
that he
you
can
wanted-
make up some points here.
I thought you wanted the character he was compared to.
Confidence in this round. I love it. All right, 5.
This would be a huge 2 points. This would pull 80s within 2 of Necro.
2.
Sandy hits it.
1. Pens down. We will start with Jay for stats.
You wanted the book, right? I said Tale of Two Cities.
As incorrect. And Sandy.
Hey, you broke your little ship, Ahab. Moby Dick.
That's correct for 2 points.
That is a huge get for 80s. there.
21-19 as Jeremy and Mark have to take the next one. What is their category, Robert?
This one's in the category of Wizarding World.
Oh boy.
2-point
Do your best, buddy. Do your best. I have faith in you.
Affleck.
Affleck.
Black.
Yeah.
Alright.
See, Robert, I used the rule of 3.
Only other people were also doing it with you.
1. I could be a stand-up comedian. Pens down. We'll start with Jeremy for bets on this one.
1.
All right, and Necronomicon.
2.
I've never seen you stand up
All
a day
right.
in your life, Koho.
You're right. I'm always sitting. Go ahead and give me a question,
Your
Robert.
question, category of Wizarding World. In Order of the Phoenix, Harry is expelled for using what spell?
Oh, it's got my heart racing.
This is intense.
If Jeremy misses and Mark hits, this will be game.
This got my heart racing.
It's a tight. It's a tight one. It's toit, as Andy Samberg would say. It's toit.
Alright.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Jeremy.
Expecto Patronum.
Correct. 23-20. And we are going to the last question, which is going to be in a category that we're going to give you in just a minute. But first, Necronomicon, you're in lead. Would you like question 1 or question 2?
We took question what? We took question 1 last time.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's go question dose.
All right, you got question 2, and Ace will get question 1. Your category is Rocky. How many points would you like to bet on the category of Rocky?
What's the score
So-
again?
So
We
both,
don't bet right now, right?
No, both teams get to put their bet.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
both teams are going to write down their bet and
Yeah.
show it. So.
Category is Rocky. The score is 23-20.
Okay. We're Conroy.
Oh, so every player bets?
Nope, just each
No,
team.
as a team.
Each
You're
team,
going to
yeah.
give a
I
bet.
thought
as-
so.
Yeah.
Can we confer with each other?
Yep,
or-
you're allowed to.
Yeah.
No,
As a,
Oh,
as a
okay.
team.
I mean, it doesn't matter at this point, Sandy, but we'll go 2 and go
Yeah,
out.
that's what
Go
I
out
have.
in a
to-
blaze of glory.
That's a 5.
Yeah. Shit.
2, 1. That's starting with 80s.
2.
And Necronomicon.
0. I
All
love
right.
you guys.
Smart.
So we will start with 80s, your question in the category of Rocky of question 1. Who was the only fighter to knock out Rocky Balboa?
Clubber Lang.
Final answer.
Correct for 2 points. And your winner, Necronomicon, playing for the Fandom team titles,
Only
Jay
a
Burnz and
1
Mark
game.
Camire.
A 1 point game.
What?
That one.
1 point game. What a game, Robert. We'll start with it. What do you think, Robert? What do you think?
Yeah, that was a great game. Both teams did pretty good in round 1. Both teams stumbled a little bit in round 2, but really, both teams missed 2 in that second round. Necro just happened to get the 2-point steal. 80s didn't get as many steals. I think that's where the game was decided. Necro just got those 3 points of steals in that second round, and I think that really set him up to be in a good spot in the betting round. They put the pressure on 80s. 80s hit 4 of their questions in that last round. They just ended up not betting on one of them they would have hit. And that's just what happens with the betting round sometimes.
Absolutely. This was a fantastic match between both teams. But we'll go ahead. We will do post-match interviews, starting with our winners. Jay Burnz, Mark Camire, you are going right back for the Fandom team title. How do you feel?
What is dead may never die. They thought we were dead before after that last beating, and look at us. We return from the depths to take what is ours. I feel pretty good.
I literally have 3rd-degree burns from crawling back from hell after that last match I played against that last match that we played against Arkham Knights. We are ready. We are hungry, and this is it, man. This is a number. That was the shot for this. We're going into a number 1 contenders match, or this was the number 1 contender. However you want to fucking put it. This was a hell of a match. I love Jeremy and Sandy. I respect the hell out of them. Sandy made a couple of fucking polls in that first round. I was like, holy shit, good for you. Way to do that. It sucks. We made a complete guess on one of them, and it just happened to come down to Montgomery Scott is the one that really kind of saved us.
That's absolutely.
Oscars, it's really hit or miss. I'm going through and trying to perfect a document for it, so like I'm getting a little bit better on it. But this was great. Thanks Koho, and thanks Robert, man. I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate y'all doing this so late, and nothing but love to 80s. But Necronomicon's here, baby. We're here to speak some black magic.
All right, so now that you advanced to that Fandom team title match, you will be playing either Mischief Managed or insert name here for that title. Who would you rather be playing for the title?
Out of pure comedic value, Satan Alley. I would much rather play Satan Alley all day. I would much rather play insert name here.
Absolutely.
But I think
everyone else wants that too.
I think it's going to end up being Mischief Managed unless they can go sleeper, unless INH can go sleeper and Jacoby can score like 90,000 points in that match. Because I love you, Tony Hield, but goddamn, son, you know movies, you just don't know.
Oh, Tony's our boy, but Jacoby is he's the one with the sore back from carrying the load of that team, and I don't know. Can he do it? I don't know, but I know that the audience definitely wants to see Necronomicon against insert name here. We all want it.
Scully and Boatman are a solid team.
This is true.
What I like about their composition is the fact that like Boatman's more fringe. He knows like the smaller things and the Oscars and the whatnot. Where like Scully or Whiteneck, as I like to call him, is like core geek, and he's great there. But I have a fucking grudge against him too. So. Either team really, but INH just out of pure comedic value.
Fair enough. Well, we will see you playing for the Fandom team title real soon. We'll go over to our unfortunate losers today, Team 80s. That was a hell of a homecoming despite the loss to Fandom. You guys played excellent even in the loss. How do you guys feel?
Well, let me start first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me start first. I want to apologize to Jeremy. I was way too overconfident on that Scotty question, and it was so stupid because I can absolutely see it now.
I thought
that
it was
2
Scotty,
point,
but I deferred to you, and that's okay. It happens. I made a couple stumbles in this game too. 2 points. But Caleb is right. I really do think we played well, and For those that haven't really been following, we haven't been in fandom in quite a while. And there's definitely, this was kind of a homecoming. This was kind of a return for us. And I honestly didn't expect us to crack 20 points. So I'm happy. We've had matches when we did 17, 18 or whatever. So, I mean, to crack 20 points in our return match, to take them to the last question. And it was, I never feel too bad about the games where it's really a game of inches, where it's just like if I had bet 0 on Pixar and 2 on Harry Potter, then we would have pushed them to answer on Rocky there. And a couple other things that you and I were kind of close on that we didn't quite get. We would have been right there. It was really just a game of inches. And whenever it's like that against a team this good, a team that fought, all the way to get to the title shot last year like that, and they have the momentum that we don't have, but we still took them to the end there, even though we're a little rusty. I feel good about it. And it's kind of renewed my purpose to get us back on track this year. Once we get more settled, maybe with management and a faction and get on the training train like, we were with Night Fury in the past, I really think we can really make a run back at fandom. And it kind of, I feel renewed despite the loss. I feel like we're back. And, it's just going to take a couple more wins to get right back where we were.
Absolutely. And I completely agree, but let's not forget about the winners here tonight. Necronomicon.
Oh, they're so good.
Jay and Mark are just phenomenal. And I think that I don't think there's a team out there that can beat them. So, it's I think they're going to be your next fandom champions. That's what I'm going to say. But that being said, as soon as they're champions, I mean, they only beat us by 1 point. So, I mean,
we'll be back.
We'll be back to get the rubber match or get the round 2 on this one. So, Jay got the best of me this time, but you know what? We're 1-1. We need another one to go. So, congrats to those guys.
Congrats, guys.
We couldn't be happier for 2 good guys.
Absolutely, and this isn't like a one and done for you guys. You are both back on the singles roster this season. In fact, maybe in each other's paths on that singles title run again. But Mr. Robinson is facing one Eli McKegg, and one Mr. Adams is facing one Rene Villarreal Jr.
Ooh.
So it is a very fun path of veterans we get to play this year. So you didn't get the win tonight, but you guys have a very bright season ahead of you if this is the homecoming match. So we will see you guys later this season, and
thank you, Kaleb.
See you guys back here real soon. And we'll bring Robert back in. But final thoughts on this match. We'll wrap this one up and set it with a nice little bow to end the first week of fandom.
Yeah, this was really fun. This was a great start to the season. Obviously, we need a new team's champion. And I mean, these two both proved why they deserve to be in this #1 contender match. I'm excited to see what Necronomicon can do. They've now played in a 5-round title match, or at least a 4-round title match. They've at least played in title match. They have some familiarity with that format, whereas their opponents on the other side, whether it's insert name here or if it's Mischief Managed, they won't have that experience in fandom, at least. So I think maybe that experience will help Necro here. Either way, that team title match is one to look out for.
Absolutely. But so we'll see you guys next week with 2 new fandom matches. So thank you so much for watching. Take care. And this has been Fandom Fights.